Well, hello, everybody. Hey, I'm Jeremy Smith with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and we are doing our very first podcast here in Race City in order to inspire parents and students to get on fire for Christ. Today, we have members from the Encounter movement. They are a band as well as a team doing great work. I'm just going to let them go around the table and say hello.
Hello, my name is Christina Eagle, and I am a worship leader for Encounter.
My name is Keegan Whiteside, and I am a worship leader for Encounter.
So, guys, I'm Chris Sticko. I do a lot of like the sound stuff for them, and with the podcast too, I helped out with whatever's needed. You know, I just love doing it. I have a heart for it. So.
Well, awesome. So thank you guys for coming here today. I'm looking forward to what we have in store. And so I'm just going to give a quick synopsis, but one of the members is going to give a little bit more details. But Encounter, it is a place where people come together and gather, and we are able to worship the Lord. Elements of deliverance, elements of just allowing the Holy Spirit to guide the night. And so it's coming up this Friday. And like I said, we'll talk a little bit more details. But I kind of want to just go ahead and jump into the Word and what kind of lead here, because we know that our young people need the move of God. And so Acts chapter 1, verse number 4, it says, on one occasion while he was eating with them, he gave them this command, do not leave Jerusalem, but wait for the gift my Father promised, which you have heard me speak about. For John the Baptist with water, he baptized with water, but in a few days you will be baptized with the Holy Spirit. And what I want here to share is that the whole synopsis, the reason why I have the Encounter team here, is that before Jesus had the disciples to launch out in ministry, he wanted them to have an encounter with the Holy Spirit so that way they are empowered to do a great work. And so that whole game plan has not even changed today. So he said to them, if it is not for you to know the times or the dates that the Father has set by his own authority, but you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you, and you will be my witness in Jerusalem and all of Judea, Samaria, and to the end of the world. And so I love to segue to right here, because what's happening is that when we are full of the Holy Spirit, we are empowered to do a great work of God. And just notice how that works. He says first in Jerusalem. So in many cases, the first place that God calls us to is our very home. And then once you master in connecting with your people at home, he will bless you and anoint you to continue to go into Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and into the world. So I just kind of want to give you that game plan. And so when and after that, the key to once you are becoming empowered is that your journey isn't over then. You actually have to be discipled. If you see Paul when he had the road to Damascus experience, what did he do? The Lord told him to go speak with this apostle in this city in Damascus. And he stayed there, and he was able to get discipled, so he was also equipped. And lastly, I just want to share here is that I do have these group of young people here is because many cases that when it came to the gospel being spread out, it was a lot of young merchants, young families that were spreading the gospel. So I really feel that this young generation is what is needed in order to inspire the teens that are in the high school and middle school. And that's the reason why I have this awesome group here called Encounter. And then, Christina, if you don't mind, this is going to be the time where I'm going to share with you a little about Encounter, what is coming up, and then we're going to give our audience a little taste of the awesome worship that we're going to experience.
Yeah. So Friday night, we're going to have it's going to be a worship night, but it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to have some testimonies, and it's different than what we've done before. But, you know, like my favorite thing in Encounter, like when we have these nights, it's after it's over when all the people come together and they talk about like their struggles and what God is doing in their lives, and we just pray for them. And it's like hearing everyone else's hearts. And so like people don't just hear us leading worship and like Jus, which is the leader, he is the pastor for this, but he when he speaks, people don't just hear him, we want to hear them. Like we want to hear their voices, and we want to hear what God's doing in them. And so we're going to give people that opportunity on Friday to share those things. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. And there's going to be a food truck there. And so we're going to feast together, and we're going to take communion together. and just worship God.
Indeed. And Chris, I know I'm putting you on the spot right here, right now. And thank you, Christine, for sharing that here. So
Yeah.
I do want to just kind of see Chris is the behind the camera guy, but what he does is a part of it's part of the worship team. And I just kind of wonder what are your thoughts as you have experienced the encounter? How has it impacted you, and how does what you do is inspiring?
So it's kind of crazy because how Encounter happened. I just came out to one of them, and then I think I mentioned it to you. I was like, yo, like I have a bunch of sound equipment that's, I could help out if you need, and they were like, yeah, like, I think you hit me up and you were like, yo, come try it out and come, run sound for us. And that's just my passion. I love doing it. And getting involved in this group, I just felt like it was such a calling from God, and I just wanted to follow Jus and the whole group and everybody, and whatever they do, I just wanted to follow them, and that's how I felt. And it's I'm just so glad to be a part of it. It's a lot of fun. And as far as setting up all the equipment, all that stuff goes, I get in my zone. Some people are like, "Is Chris good? Like, what's going on?" Like, he's just because I'm just so in my zone, just setting everything up. Like, I'm like in a different world when that happens. But once it's all said and done, I just love to just sit back and enjoy it. And yeah, that's how I feel about that. I love it. I love it.
Awesome. Just to kind of share with the audience is that we were kind of recording at my place, and so the whole team came in the house, and you know how sometimes you just kind of like small talks, but no, they came in. Equipment's ablazing, computers out. Jeremy, what's your Wi-Fi? I mean, these young people are just absolutely on the attack. You can't see them, but we have Zoe, Keegan's wife, and then Jillian. Is that correct? She's up here kind of doing marketing. They're up there on shopping things. I mean, they're just like, they're ready to take Jesus to a whole nother level in our area. Yeah. So please, all means,
that's how it is. Yeah, we're like, we're all part of Encounter, and then Encounter, it's almost like we like part of a segment out of it, like not out of Encounter, but like a segment out to do like our own thing, but still involve Encounter and have that, title. And that's kind of what we're doing. Especially, we have a mission trip we're going on next week, which is going to be awesome. So that's what they were working on. So we just feel like God just put us all together to, make this happen. And it's a calling. That's another calling that we've all had. So we're super honored and can't wait to see what the future has for it. So
sweet. And then I appreciate it, Chris. And we're going to segue over Keegan. I'm giving a hard question. What would you like to say to young teens? And y'all are really mobilizing and connecting with the community. What would you say to young teens, the importance of just getting out there and doing more for Christ?
I would say in the essence of what?
I just know that that many times I look at you, Keegan. When I first started working with you, I had no idea. I knew you could sing, but I had no premise that 3, 4, 5 months later you're going to be a worship pastor. I mean, what in the world?
I don't even think Keegan knew that.
I
didn't know it either.
So there's a lot of young people that's just sort of like, no, I can't get up front in somebody and speak to my peers about Jesus and things. I don't know. I'm just trying to get. What gave you that to go the next level, the extra mile?
Honestly, it was the first encounter I did, because Christina reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was praying like a week or two before she even texted me, like, all right, God, I'm ready to use the gift you gave me for your glory. And then I got that text, and then I did the one. And then next thing you know, I'm doing another one, and then God opens up another door to where I'm a worship leader at a church, Salt Community, and I don't know, it's amazing. Basically, to answer your question, you just have to do it. Yes. You have to have it's either you want to do it or you're not going to, because the Christian walk it's not easy. It even says in the Bible, we'll be persecuted for His name's sake. But those who stay till the end will, be good, go to heaven. Be
rewarded,
and rewarded. And so I don't know. I'm to the point in my life where that's all I have left. So I guess you just have to do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for like sharing that and inspiring these young people. I'm definitely excited about posting this up on Instagram and Facebook. And so what we're getting ready to do, we're going to actually segue into a worship song just for the people, the audience to see, hey, this is what you're looking forward to on this Friday. Great testimonies, powerful dynamic worship, and just fun times of fellowship. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Christina, Keegan, and then Chris and I, we're going to kind of sit back and worship.
Sit back and worship. Let's hear it.
I'm going to be raising my hand. Let's do it.
I love you, Lord, for your mercy never fails me, and in all my days I've been held in your hand. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, I will sing of the goodness of God. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. I love your voice. You have led me through the fire, and in darkest night, you are close like no other. Yeah. I've known you as a father. Oh, I've known you as a friend, and I have lived in the goodness of God. Yeah. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good to me. With every breath that I am able, yes, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God. Yeah. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Yes, I know your goodness is running after, it's running after me. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. With my life laid down, I'm surrendered now. I give you everything. Your goodness is running after, it's running after me. 'Cause all my life you have been faithful, and all my life you have been so, so good to me. With every breath that I am able, yes, I'm gonna sing of the goodness of God.
Nice.
Yes, that's beautiful.
That was good. I love that song.
I did. That was
great
just
song.
powerful.
Lord.
It sounded good on guitar.
So
Oh,
y'all,
you sound great too. Yeah, both of it. Sounded awesome.
Praise God.
so guys, we're gonna close out this segment of our podcast here, and I want the verse that comes to mind is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, Verse 25, it says, everyone who competes in a game goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever. Therefore, I do not run like a man running aimlessly. I do not fight like a man beating the air. No, I beat my body and make it my slave, so that after I preach to others, I myself will not be disqualified for the prize. Y'all, we have to be empowered. We have to have an encounter with God, because there's a lot of souls, a lot of hurt people that needs the gospel of Jesus. Go and be a light. Thank you, guys.